Hi guys, it's Jen, and it's finally a Project Life update. The really funny thing is, I thought that I at least had done like the first week of Project Life, but I guess I didn't share any of it with you. So this is my stack. That's only the first 8 weeks, yes. I clearly am going to be at least a 2-album person this year. So this is the best view where I could kind of show you the whole page, but I'm going to bring them up and show you close-ups. If I did somehow miss the video where I showed a few of these things, like at least this first page, feel free to just skip ahead, no problem. I think I'm going to break it up into a couple videos, and I may post, let's see, today in my time it is Wednesday night, so this should go up on Thursday. So I think what I might do is post one on Thursday, next Thursday, and if I need to do a third one, it would come that following Thursday. And then by then, hopefully, even though we're having some guests and we have kind of some busy times, I will have completed more weeks, film those, and maybe get on a regular schedule of sharing Project Life with you. So that's enough jibber jabber. Oh, one other quick thing. I do use the Studio Calico Project Life kits somewhat. There are certain things that I use, and then there are certain things that are, most of it I would say actually is probably just for my stash. So that these aren't horrendously long, what I might do is go through and I'll mention things as I think of them. If you have a question about a specific product or technique, let me know and I'll try and do a video on that. And so let's get started. So what I have here is my first card. It's from the Studio Calico kit. It has the Heidi Swapp heart on it, that glitter heart, the sequin heart on the outside. I like to put things on the inside and outside. Let's do this thing using a Studio Calico stamp set. For some reason that just really seemed to be fitting for my Project Life this year. This little printout I found online, and I made this frame using some POW glitter paper from American Crafts, and I actually stamped the Dear Lizzie Polaroid frame and on the back of this and then cut it out, so that came out kind of cute. And this is just some trim from Target that I cut down. The next row is a picture of the hubby and I, and I just put this arrow pointing to it. And this 2013 card is from Studio Calico also. It was excellent from the beginning. This, I use this little brown paper bag, the 2013 Flair badge. This is some washi tape behind it. Oh, if I don't drop my pages, we'll be okay. And in the pocket is a tag, and this might be my favorite part. I love this. This story means the world to me. And it does. This is our story. And I love this little owl from Glitz Design Stamps. And over here, we have the teenager. You've heard me refer to her in some videos, I'm sure. And down here, it has our last name on another card from Studio Calico, along with an Amy Tangerine Brad that I just cut the back off of and glue dotted on. This I cut with my Cameo and put some glitter paper behind. And it has our name and our 3 pets' names. This ampersand from Studio Calico. And then over here I put guest starring and I put the teenager's name because she is certainly, and I put this little stamp, kind of a big deal. She's certainly part of our family, but she didn't quite fit into the other categories, so she's guest starring because unfortunately she won't be with us for the whole year. Although I'm sure you'll be seeing her. So that's the beginning. The next page. I have a card from Studio Calico. At the beginning, when I first got them, I was really good about using them because they were new and exciting, and you know how that goes. And I put hashtag New Year, New Everything. You'll see the wood veneer feathers from Studio Calico, and I inked them all with my Hero Arts neon yellow ink. And there's a picture of the hubby and the puppy. And over here is all about Downton Abbey Season 3. So excited to see what happens. This is... there's a bunch of stamps on here from that month's set. This is a printout, and I wrote hashtag Snape loved Lily. It says, long ago I had a teacher, a sallow-skinned Slytherin with long black hair. I hated him and he seemed to hate me too. And though I branded him a coward, he was in fact the bravest man I ever knew. We were watching a lot of Harry Potter at the beginning of the year. This actually is a continuation of the last page in my 2012 Project Life, and it just says we started our 2013 by continuing game night at Mark and Sue's, that's my in-laws, and we played Munchkin, and a picture of everybody playing, and another frame I just made cutting out paper talking about my wild time of having a Jell-O shot. I'm not very wild and I don't ever drink. These Currently cards are splattered throughout. I need to get back to using them. I actually haven't included one lately, so I will work on that. And this is what we were watching on TV. My first day of work in the year. And the lyrics to Ho Hey by the Lumineers. So that's the second page. Now, I decided this year to do something different and that I was going to go ahead and include 12 by 12 layouts that fit within it, that fit within kind of the weeks into my project life, because I wasn't really good about keeping up my other albums. My other albums were kind of lacking because I was doing project life. So I decided by putting them together, even if I go back and do a 12 by 12 layout, I can put it into the weeks, and it just kind of keeps everything together and everything in context. This was my idea, kind of a take on Allie Edwards' One Little Word, and I picked the word enjoy. And so I made this page all about it, and I do think I shared this. But in case you missed it, I will just give you the overview. It says, in 2013, we will enjoy imperfection, time together, day trips, friends and family, cooking, crafting, outside, and reading. And the hubby helped me come up with that list, so that was very exciting. And on the back of that, I have another 12 by 12 page, and this one was for Sherry's challenge. So I know I have a video on this, so I will try and include the link down below. So those are in there. I'm really trying to include a lot of these 8.5 by 11 pages. I think it's interesting to put like work papers or letters or mail or that sort of stuff in. And I really want to try and include more of the stuff that we maybe don't photograph, but we definitely have things going on. For example, this talks about a certification that I got at work, and it was kind of my certificate. So I made this little page about it, and I wrote about how I was feeling about my job at the time. And on the back of it, I put some song lyrics. This is another thing that I'm doing throughout my album. This is called Wings by Little Mix. And I like to print out the song lyrics. I like to print out the song lyrics in different fonts and stuff, add color, add some decoration. But I try to pick songs that are either really relevant to that time or that I've really been listening to a lot. On to week 2. And you'll notice here you can kind of get a sneak peek of some of the weeks ahead. Another thing that I've done is not using, I know some people like to use all the same size page protectors, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I like to change it up because I just think it keeps it interesting, and it keeps me interested in it, because when I'm working through stuff, I can use different shape pictures and stuff. So let's do a close-up of week 2. So this is my card, and it did come from Studio Calico. I added the clouds, and I outlined, oh, apparently I added a piece of paper. I added the clouds, and I outlined the number 2, and I stamped Enjoy the Little Things on here. I added number, I'm reading the word number, I added letter stickers to say week number, and I just outlined it. Over here, we have a Facebook entry that I wanted to document. I just wanted to document that story, so I put that in there. Over here, I had notes from a meeting, and I just kind of printed those out and circled them, added the little clip to hold stuff on the other page, but it doesn't hurt this one at all, and wrote about it. Here's some chicken noodle soup, stickers. This is song lyrics that I chose to just handwrite because it was a very important song to me at that point, and I wanted to take the time to write it out. And this is April. Some of you might follow her channel. She tried on this hat, and it reminded us of Game of Thrones, so we wrote Winter is Coming, and this is when we celebrated her birthday. And I just took this flare, and I actually drew on it and wrote Target and drew the little symbol. So that's the first part of week 2. Now we're actually on to week 3. So that's the other thing. I did not always have a set number of pages. Some people will do one side for a week. Some people will do a double layout for a week. I have taken to doing whatever fits that week best. So week 2, it was pretty basic. There just wasn't a heck of a lot to document that week, and that's fine. But I'm sure you've heard me talk about week 8 by now, and week 8 is about 6 pages long. So you just kind of go with the flow. So over here, we have, things are falling out because I took them out of my book. This is Game Night, and it's a little sticker that I popped up on some foam adhesive. Oh, helps if I'm in camera. And underneath it are tucked the pages of the game we played. Another one of the currently cards that talks about what we are currently into. Week 3 over here, again, you see the owl stamp. This part right here tells a cute little story about the teenager calling the boy for the first time around us, and it tells a nice little story, so that I really like. We were on a pancake kick, so I put this page together, and these were just some printouts that really summed up our week. So that was week 3. Well, that was part of week 3. There's more of week 3. So I made a deal last year while I was doing Project Life, and the deal with the hubby was that he would do like one thing a month for Project Life. So in this case, he went to his first poker day of 2013, and so he wrote me this little entry. I put a bunch of those puffy stickers from KI Memories, and he wrote me a little thing about it, and we put one of his Mohegan Sun's official cards. That's not where he was playing poker that day, but that he had on there. So that was his entry. On the back of the insert that Scott did is some more song lyrics, and it's the song Little Things by One Direction. And the teenager, of course, got me hooked on this to begin with, but I do really like this song. So I just put the lyrics in there with some paper and some glitter tape. And I really like adding the songs because I think it just really kind of keeps it up to date, you know, with everything else going on in our lives. It doesn't just have to be pictures, but what are we listening to? What are we thinking about? What's going on with us? So more of week 3 here. This kind of gives you the overview. And we went shopping, and this is when I first learned about Alex and Ani bracelets. The teenager had to have some, so she got the anchor one. And she got this heart one also. And it was definitely part bribery to make sure she went to all of her classes. I got bangs that day, so there's a rare picture of me. And April came because she was classy, and she went with us that day that we went shopping. Here's the teenager. She wanted this chair so badly at Pier 1. And this is another of those little pockets from Michaels that you cut down and they fit in. And it says pull on it, and there's a little story inside there. And I just cut on my Cricut. Fun day with April and Minji. And lunch at OCB. And this is what the teenager wrote on her door when we got back. Thanks for a fun day. We needed it. And I just thought that was so sweet. So that's week 3 also. And I think that what I'll do is, what I think I'll do is I'll stop here, and this will be the first video, and I will continue on from week 4 in next week's video. So I hope you liked this. If there's anything that needs more explanation or anything you are interested in, want to know about, think I could leave out next time when I share, go ahead. I always like hearing not only what people did, like kind of seeing their lives in their Project Life, but getting to just see the different products that they used. And I realized I didn't name, you know, this paper's from here, this paper's from there, but if I do that, I feel like it would take a really long time. So again, if there's something you like and you want to know where it came from, I will do my best to find it. Just let me know. Thanks for watching this week, and come back next week for more Project Life.